there, you're watching Nightline and I'm Liyana Hassanel. The top stories. Pakatan Harapan successfully defends Kuala Kubu Bharu. And police to release photo fit of suspect in Faisal Halim acid attack case. The headlining story. Pakatan Harapan has retained the Kuala Kubu Bharu state seat in Selangor. PH's Pang Sok Tau won 14,000 votes with a majority of 3,869, defeating Perikatan Nasional's Khairul Azhari Saud, who gained 10,131 votes, while independent candidate Nyauke Shin and Parti Rakyat Malaysia's Hafizah Zainuddin only secured 188 and 152 votes respectively. The official result for the Kuala Kubu Bharu State Assembly was announced by Returning Officer Yohanas Auri Kamarudin at 9:49 p.m. at the Hulu Selangor District Sports Complex Multipurpose Hall. The by-election recorded a turnout of 61.51% of voters, while a total of 263 ballots were rejected. The seat fell vacant following the death of incumbent Lee Ki-hyong of DAP on March 21st due to cancer. In last year's Selangor state election, the late Lee had retained the seat with a majority of 4,119 votes in a four-cornered fight. Now, Pang has vowed to fulfill all the promises made in PH Manifesto presented during the Kuala Kubu Bharu by-election campaign. She was also determined to resolve all local issues, as well as continue the legacy of former representative, the late Lee Ki-hyong, for the welfare of the people in the constituency.
Saya ingin menekankan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada semua pengunjung di Kuala Kubu Bharu yang memberi kepercayaan kepada saya sebagai wakil rakyat, suara mereka di Dewan Undangan Negeri Selangor. Dan begitu juga saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh jentera daripada Kerajaan Perpaduan.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has congratulated PH and the unity government on the DAP candidate's victory in the Kuala Kubu Bharu state by-election. He also expressed appreciation to DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke for his cooperation throughout the by-election.
Saya hargai kerjasama Saudara Anthony Loke dan tahniah atas kemenangan Kuala Kubu Bharu.
Anwar, who is also PKR president, was speaking at the party's 25th anniversary celebration at Sentul Depot in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday night. During his speech at the event, he vowed that PKR will continue fighting for fair representation for all ethnic groups in Malaysia and to defend what is enshrined in the federal constitution. Anwar also reminded all party members, especially the younger generation, to appreciate the party's struggle and not forget the power they possess now as part of the government. Elsewhere, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, who is also Barisan Nasional Chairman, said that PH's victory in defending the Kuala Kubu Bharu state seat is proof of the strong cooperation among parties in the unity government.
Dan kejayaan hari ini adalah satu bukti bahawa jika kita mempunyai daya tahan atau resilient yang tinggi, apa pun yang disimbah oleh pihak seteru politik kita, ianya tetap ukuh, tetap utuh untuk mempertahankan kerajaan perpaduan ini.
Zahid, who is also UMNO president, said this to reporters after attending the party's 78th anniversary celebration held at World Trade Center, KL. Two more witnesses will be called in on Sunday to assist the investigation to procure a photo fit of a suspect involved in the acid attack on national football player Faisal Halim. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussein said the process would be carried out based on the investigation findings and CCTV footage from the scene.
Hari ini kita akan buat photo fit. Daripada situ nanti mungkin kita juga mengumpulkan maklumat, mungkin dah ada maklumat yang kita kumpulkan dengan foto fit dan juga kalau ikut Datuk Seri Pengarah JSJ itu, cap jari yang akan diambil untuk kita kaji lah, insyaAllah. Kita serius about that. Kita akan teruskan siasatan kita.
Razarudin said this to the media after launching the Autism Day celebration at the Royal Malaysia Police Autism Centre in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday. The top cop noted that so far, the police have recorded statements from more than 12 individuals, including Faisal, in the investigation into the case. On May 5th, Faisal, affectionately called Mickey, suffered 4th-degree burns on his body after being splashed with acid by an unknown individual at a shopping mall in Petaling Jaya. The Selangor FC player is now recuperating after undergoing a third operation to treat his injuries at a private hospital in Shah Alam. Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said that the country has lost a leader who was very serious in parliamentary reform efforts with the demise of Dewan Negara President Senator Datuk Mutang Tagal. The Prime Minister said that although Mutang had quit politics a long time ago, his determination to elevate the dignity of Parliament, including the Senate, to greater heights could be seen as soon as he was appointed to hold the position last February.
Mula membicarakan soal reform Parlimen dengan agak serius dengan Yang Ketua Tan Sri Johari. Baik, kemudian saya anggap dia seorang yang berprinsip dan jaga nilai yang baik, dan oleh itu kita dalam negara kehilangan seorang Ketua Dewan Negara yang mampu mengangkat martabat Dewan Negara.
Anwar told this to the media when he met them at the Nirvana Memorial Centre in Kuala Lumpur on Saturday. He was there to pay his last respects to Mutang, who died at the National Heart Institute, IJN, on Friday after receiving treatment upon his return from Azerbaijan on May 6th. The Prime Minister also spent about 20 minutes meeting Mutang's family members, including his wife, Datin Ho Mei Leng, and their 3 children, to convey his condolences. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil and Dewan Rakyat Speaker Tan Sri Johari Abdul also paid their last respects to the late Mutang. On February 19th, the former Bukit Mas Member of Parliament was appointed as the 20th President of the Senate, replacing Tun Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, who relinquished the post following his appointment as the Sarawak Governor. 69-year-old Mutang also made history as the first leader from the Lun Bawang ethnic group to be appointed as the Senate President. The viral message claiming that Malaysia is the first ASEAN member country sanctioned by the United States is fake. This was confirmed by Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil, who is also Unity Government spokesperson, on Saturday. In a post on his X account, Fahmi said he had received a confirmation from the US Embassy that the viral message, which was widely circulated via WhatsApp, was fake news. He also mentioned that international news agency Reuters has denied publishing a report containing such misinformation. Earlier, Reuters posted a statement on its X account refuting any claims suggesting the agency had reported Malaysia as the first country in Southeast Asia to be listed by the US as a state sponsor of terror. The US Embassy in Kuala Lumpur also issued a fake news alert on its X account, clarifying that the country has not imposed any new sanctions on Malaysian companies nor listed Malaysia as a state sponsor of terror. As another Mother's Day dawns, hearts around the world come together in a chorus of gratitude and admiration for the guiding lights of our lives, mothers. To commemorate the occasion, our reporter Alif Yunus explores the stirring tales of 3 exceptional mothers who are redefining success through their entrepreneurial endeavours amidst the delightful aroma of freshly baked confections.
Meet Izyana Salim, Magaswari Ramasamy and Rara Rahmat, mothers, bakers and visionaries. They are not just mastering the art of baking but also inspiring others with their dedication and resilience through their entrepreneurial journey. For Izyana, baking became a source of comfort and connection amidst the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic and the loss of her job. The newfound flexibility from her venture into entrepreneurship also enables her to spend valuable bonding moments with her children in the kitchen.
Anak-anak saya pun datang kat sini. Sebab anak saya pun bila kita dah start baking, dia orang pun macam, oh bestnya baking. So, I pun bila cuti sekolah bawa anak-anak datang sini. So, Anak saya sukalah bonding time.
As for Mageswari, her journey into baking was fueled by a desire to provide for her niece and nephew after the tragic loss of their parents. Despite facing ageism in the job market, she refused to be defined by her years and turned to baking as a means of support and empowerment. She even actively attended classes to hone her skills and pursue her passion while navigating the challenges of being a single guardian to her niece and nephew.
When I wanted to looking for a job to be my age is 65, it's quite difficult to get a job, you see. And I went to a lot of interviews. They only give me an answer, your age. Even though I got a lot of experience, but they say that is a problem, is the age.
Like Mageswari, Rara had to face the difficulties of single motherhood with courage and determination. Battling self-doubt and mental health struggles, she found solace and strength in her effort to provide for her children through entrepreneurship.
My main challenges, it was my mental actually. I was not strong enough that time. With my young age, that time I feel like I couldn't grow my children. I don't have anything. So my mental health that time was very down. Until my mom tell me, you have to work. So after a year, I'm being single, I work. I work and I work and I work and I forgot about everything. I learned new things.
Fortunately, the hardships faced by these three mothers in their entrepreneurial journeys were alleviated by the support of Ibu-Preneur, a social enterprise dedicated to empowering women. Its co-founder and chief executive officer, Aida Zunaidi, said Ibu-Preneur aims to help vulnerable mothers by giving them a platform to nurture their skills to be micro-entrepreneurs and guide them towards success.
I've seen the women's businesses grow, where the income have tripled with more exposure to, for example, corporate markets. They done like pop-up booths. But what I love most is that when they are growing, they're also able to impact other women. For example, they can also hire other women part-timers, and that kind of build the multiple effects of economic empowerment.
Whether they are taking care of their family or building businesses from the ground up, these mothers embody the true essence of strength, compassion, and unwavering determination. Happy Mother's Day to all the incredible mothers out there. You are the heart and soul of our communities, and your impact knows no bounds. Alif Yunus, Nightline, TV3.
Dozens injured in Buenos Aires train collision. News from the foreign front when we return.
Saya secara langsung berada di kampung Gerhana Bulan. Kampung ini telah diganggu oleh Pontianak dan Langsui. Harapan saya kalau boleh Langsui, Pontianak semua kembalilah ke bahagian jalan.
Ada drama baru lah kat Facebook. Nak download lah tu. Ingat jangan download ataupun share laman web Cetak Rompak. Jangan.
Kekal cakna, kekal sihat. Hello Doktor merungkai pelbagai persoalan kesihatan anda.
Penyakit kronik, pemakanan, kesihatan mental, semuanya demi kesejahteraan anda.
Setiap minggu bersama tenaga pakar kesihatan terbaik Malaysia, segalanya terjawab dalam Hello Doktor setiap Ahad
5.30 petang di TV3
dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Onto the foreign front. The Zionist forces has ordered thousands of Palestinians to further evacuate eastern Rafah as it intensifies its assault on the area in southern Gaza. The regime's latest wave of attacks on Gaza have killed dozens of civilians, including 8 children in the center of the enclave, and a journalist and his family in Jabalia. The Zionist forces also threatened to turn northern Gaza's Jabalia area into a dangerous combat zone, ordering residents to evacuate west of Gaza City. Gaza's health ministry, meanwhile, has uncovered 80 bodies from 3 mass graves from inside a section at the Al-Shifa hospital complex in Gaza City, while at least 42 medical staff from the hospital have been detained by Zionist forces. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, at least 37 Palestinians were killed in overnight airstrikes across the enclave, including in Rafah. Meanwhile, the United Nations General Assembly on Friday overwhelmingly backed a Palestinian bid to become a full UN member by recognizing it as qualified to join. The Assembly adopted a resolution with 143 votes in favor and 9 against, including the US and Israel, while 25 countries abstained. The resolution suggests that the state of Palestine ought to be granted membership and urges the Security Council to reconsider the matter favorably. While the General Assembly alone cannot grant full UN membership, the draft resolution will give the Palestinians some additional rights and privileges. The vote by the 193-member General Assembly was a global survey of support for the Palestinian bid to become a full UN member.
In favor, 100.
In Argentina, at least 90 people were injured in Buenos Aires when a passenger train struck an empty boxcar on Friday. According to officials, the incident occurred when the train derailed on a bridge in the neighborhood of Palermo around late morning while it was on its way from the capital to the northern suburbs. Of the total wounded, 57 people were sent to the hospital, while 2 seriously injured victims were airlifted to hospitals by helicopter. It was also reported that several meters of copper cable used to carry power along the tracks had been stolen from the railway, disabling the signaling system intended to prevent such accidents. The collision brought increased scrutiny to rail safety in Argentina, where a string of train crashes from 2012 to 2014 left over 50 people dead and hundreds injured. The most powerful solar storm in more than 2 decades struck Earth on Friday, threatening possible disruptions to satellites and power grids as it persists into the weekend. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which issued a rare solar storm warning, said the solar outburst arrived in the early afternoon U.S. Eastern Time. The first of several coronal mass ejections, CMEs, described as the expulsions of plasma and magnetic fields from the sun, was later upgraded to an extreme geomagnetic storm. The agency had also alerted operators of power plants and spacecraft in orbit to take precautions, as more solar expulsions are expected in the coming days and possibly into next week. It was the first solar storm occurrence since the Halloween storms of October 2003, which caused blackouts in Sweden and damaged power infrastructure in South Africa. Terengganu FC dominates as Malaysian Super League kicks off. Sports when we come back.
Bahagia yang dikecapinya hanyalah sementara.
Abang akan tetap pertahankan rumah tangga kita ni.
Macam mana kau boleh tergamak tinggalkan dia? Kau pernah berjanji dengan aku kan?
Balik!
Tanpa sedar, ada harga yang harus dibayar. Kini menanti.
Jangan sekali-kali kau abaikan dia.
Khurafat Perjanjian Syaitan. Ahad ini 9 malam di Magnificent 8 TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Banyaknya cita-cita panas minggu ni.
InsyaAllah doakan.
Saya tak mahu Samsul salah tafsir. Bila saya bercakap sesuatu yang benar, bukan bererti kita merendahkan sesiapa.
Apa yang Anis boleh katakan sini, Anis memang ikhlas, tulus hati. Nak buka buku baru.
Banyaknya cerita panas kita minggu ini. Kalau korang semua nak tengok cerita panas minggu ini dan siapa guest host kita untuk minggu ini, jangan lupa saksikan Melodi Ahad ini pukul 12.30 tengah hari hanya di TV3.
Pencalonan baru Muzik 39 minggu ini. Siapakah yang bakal menjuarai carta Top 20 Muzik 39 minggu ini?
Tiada bintang kan bersinar jika kau benar ingin bahagia.
Semuanya dalam Muzik 39 Ahad ini jam 12.20 tengah hari di TV3 dan stream HD secara langsung di aplikasi Tonton.
We're back with sports hockey, the 2024 Sultan Azlan Shah Cup. The national team had to settle for a fourth-place finish as they failed to get the better of New Zealand, losing the match 3-2 on Saturday. The Speedy Tigers opened the scoring in the 3rd minute after Azrar Aizad Abu Kamal tapped in a high ball past New Zealand goalkeeper George Anderson. The Black Sticks, however, were quick to respond as Scott Coslet equalised in the 5th minute after he converted a penalty corner. New Zealand then got the lead through Jonty Elms via a field goal in the 10th minute, before Dane Ladd extended their advantage when he converted another penalty corner in the 48th minute to make it 3-1. Fitri Sari then scored with 44 seconds left on the clock, but it was a tad too late as New Zealand claimed the bronze finish. On to football, the 2024-2025 Super League. 3 matches were played on Saturday night. Kedah Darul Aman FC defeated PDRM FC 1-0, while Sri Pahang FC claimed a 1-0 win over Kelantan Darul Naim FC. At the Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin Stadium, Terengganu FC recorded their first win of the season after beating Perak FC 3-1. The hosts took the lead just 6 minutes into the game through Uzbek player Nurilo Tukshtasinov. Luciano Kochia then drew level for Perak when he converted a penalty 1 minute after the hour mark. Terengganu regained their lead 5 minutes later thanks to Shivan Pillai's own goal. Nia Bukit Chijoke then put the icing on the cake when he struck in the 81st minute to seal the win for the Turtles. With the result, Terengganu are in 2nd place with 3 points, while Perak are in 12th place. Another 2 detained over petrol bomb attack at night spot. The details after this short break.
I need you in my life.
You better get somebody else.
I yang rasa sakit tau.
Drama penuh dilema dan paling emosi 2024. Wanita pilihannya bukan 1 atau 2, tapi 3.
Jadi suami pun tak boleh pakai, jadi bapa pun tak guna.
Perebutan harta dan permainan nyawa. Netizen, stream sekarang drama rating tertinggi dan paling tular di Malaysia. Lelaki Itu melalui Tonton.
Tugas Rita adalah untuk menyelesaikan masalah cinta. Tapi dia pula yang bertemu jodoh.
So you guys ada tak staff yang boleh tolong I?
Bukan 1, tapi 2.
Aku ni sebenarnya dah lama tau tak pergi dating. Z tu kan ada suka kau. Lepas tu kau boleh pula keluar ni Iskandar.
Sambut panggilan cinta ini di Hello Jodoh mulai 17 Mei, Khamis hingga Sabtu 9 malam. Terbaharu di Lestari TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Banyaknya cita-cita panas minggu ni.
InsyaAllah doakan.
Saya tak mahu Samsul salah tafsir. Bila saya bercakap sesuatu yang benar, bukan bererti kita merendahkan sesiapa.
Apa yang Anis boleh katakan sini, Anis memang ikhlas, tulus hati. Nak buka buku baru.
Banyaknya cerita panas kita minggu ini. Kalau korang semua nak tengok cerita panas minggu ini dan siapa guest host kita untuk minggu ini, jangan lupa saksikan Melodi Ahad ini pukul 12.30 tengah hari hanya di TV3.
Welcome back. Laura Yap Maywan left a legal career to devote more time to her autistic son, and now she has even opened a galleria to help him become independent. FMT's TV Ragu has the story.
Tucked in bustling Damansara Uptown in Petaling Jaya, Selangor, is a quaint little store where you'll find absolutely decadent gelato and sorbet. But this cozy spot is not just any regular gelato shop. It is also a sweet symbol of a mother's love. This gelato shop was founded by Laura Yap Mei Wan and her husband for their autistic son, Ku Yuan Li. It was the perfect sweet solution to help Ku become more independent, especially since he loves ice cream. Today, Ku looks forward to work and has a regular routine that includes administrative tasks and keeping the store clean.
So all this expectation helps to build up a routine which contributes to their mental well-being. And that is the most important thing for them. It is not the money. And money cannot buy this.
Yap shares that Ku was just under 3 years old when he was diagnosed with autism.
We were disappointed, but it didn't change the fact that he was still our son.
Yap subsequently left her legal career to devote more time to care for her boy. Today, she has no regrets and doesn't see it as a sacrifice.
And I think that is gratifying to know that, he's able to do something for himself rather than, asking for donations and handout and things like that.
To other parents with autistic children, she shared these words of encouragement.
I think you should not give up hope. Make up your mind how you want your child to live.
Divya Raghu and Sheila Vijayan, FMT Lifestyle for Nightline.
The police have arrested 2 more individuals to assist in the investigations into a suspected petrol bomb attack at an entertainment centre in Jalan Yap Kwan Seng, Kuala Lumpur on Thursday morning. City Police Chief Datuk Rusdi Muhammad Isa said the 2 men were arrested on Saturday, bringing the total number of arrests related to the case to 4. He said the 4 arrested, aged 25 to 28, were remanded for 4 days until Tuesday. The motive of the incident is still under investigation. On Thursday, CCTV camera footage of the incident went viral on social media, showing 4 men on motorcycles throwing petrol bombs at the entertainment centre. Following that, 2 men were arrested in Batu Cave, Selangor on Friday afternoon. The case is being investigated under the Penal Code for mischief by fire or explosive substance and criminal intimidation. In Pulau Pinang, a man has been remanded for 7 days on suspicion of impersonating a government officer and asking a woman for money to after a report. The remand order against the suspect until May 17th was issued by Georgetown Magistrate Shahirah Abdul Salim on Saturday to facilitate Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC's investigations into the case. According to sources, the self-employed man in his 30s had disguised as a government officer and asked the woman for 8,000 ringgit as an inducement to make changes in the chemist's report of her husband's drug case. The woman, who believed the suspect, then handed over 6,000 ringgit to him. He was detained at the Pulau Pinang MACC office about 11 p.m. on Friday, when he turned up to have his statement recorded. State MACC Director Muhammad Fuad B. Basrah confirmed the arrest and said the case was being probed under the MACC Act. Nightline this time around. On behalf of the Nightline team, I'd like to wish Happy Mother's Day to all the incredible mothers out there who have shaped our lives with your love, sacrifices, and boundless strength. With that, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for tuning in and have a great weekend.